Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. That is Jack. I am Conrad. This is the 45. Jack back in studio. Good to have you back here. We are rapid fire top six predictions for upcoming Premier League. 5 minutes, six clubs, and we start with the North London derby, Spurs and Arsenal.
St. Totteringham's Day has not happened in a long time. That word was giving me serious PTSD trying to say that. That hasn't happened in a long time. It happened, Spurs finishing in 6th, Arsenal 8th last season. We have different perspectives on who's going to finish better off this season. Two different projects. Mourinho probably trying to win now. Arteta trying to build something. That's going to be fascinating. But I think that for Arsenal, it would be a bit of an improvement going into guaranteed Europa League places.
I don't know. I feel like I'm going to say this a lot. I don't think Spurs are the sixth best team in the Premier League, but the other five teams are just going to be that much better talent-wise. I think they're a little bit more organized. They've got a little bit more fresh talent, right? Spurs have stagnated just a little bit, but I also don't see them taking enough points off of the top five to really pull in there. That's more of what it's down to for me.
That makes sense. I have a bit of a different perspective, but I'll touch on that when I have Mourinho's men a bit further up.
Next up, I've got Arsenal and you've got United.
Yeah, I think that Manchester United, yes, they had a great end to last season, but I think they've got some gaming flaws. I think they're too tunnel visioned on Jadon Sancho. If they miss out on Sergio Reguilon, they don't add a new center back. They don't add a new defensive midfielder. They don't add a new backup striker that's better than Igalo. They have some issues for me, and much like the way you perceive Spurs, I think some other teams are going to be just better than them in order for that race for top four. I think they're going to take a bit of a step back this year. Whether or not that costs Ole his job remains to be seen.
Yeah, I doubt it. I think they're going to bring in enough, and he's going to figure out a way to pair somebody with Maguire that's going to give them a little bit more solidity back there. But I do like what Arsenal are doing, what Arteta's got going on. You know, they're going to score, and they're going to be a little bit more solid defensively. The other clubs are that much stronger, right? And I think I have United here, and you've got Chelsea here, which means I've still got Chelsea in the top three, and it's starting to look a little bit like what it did last year.
Yeah, I think the big thing that I see with Chelsea is that there's so many new pieces it's going to take some time to gel. I don't think they're a bad team. I think they're building a dynasty. I hope this does not cost Lampard his job if they finish in 4th place. They need to give him time to make this a really, really good group for a really long time. I think they're 4th best in this league this season, but I think they're really building something. I think silverware's on the horizon in the 2020-21 campaign.
Well, that's an interesting point. Because clubs are strapped financially, are we going to see fewer managers getting fired because you don't want to pay two managers' salaries at any given point, right? So are they going to be that much more patient simply because of the financial ramifications of making any of these deals?
Very possible.
Next up, I've got Chelsea. You've got Spurs. Big difference in where we've got Spurs here. Yeah. That's the notable thing.
Yeah, for me, Jose Mourinho has never finished lower than 2nd place in a second season with any of his clubs. And I liken this to back when he had Manchester United in 2017-2018. Was that side that finished on 81 points in 2nd place better or worse than this current Spurs team? I think that was a worse side that he did better with. I think Mourinho's going to work wonders. I think Kane's going to have a great season. And I think that Spurs are going to do a great, great job. Not enough to break into that, but I think they're going to make significant strides from 6th place last year into top 3 next season.
I think you're correct in the assessment of Mourinho in his second year. I do. He's going to make improvements. But in that 17-18 United club, Chelsea weren't as strong as they are now. Liverpool were not as strong as they are now. Arsenal were not as strong as they are now. So it's not just that he improves in that second year. I think these other clubs are markedly better than they were when he was playing with United in 17-18.
That's fair.
I think that's the major difference for me. Second place, we've both got Liverpool. Hard to see them repeating what they did last year.
I think the big difference is with the unnamed team in 1st place is that they have less depth. They're trying to go for a 3rd straight season, pushing it hard. I think they're going to take a step back. I don't think they're going to win nothing in terms of silverware, but they're definitely going to take a step back, and I think that it's going to be down to lack of transfer movement. I think that signing a Thiago and Ismail Assar, another center back, a 4th-choice center back, would be great for them. They don't have the financial resources for that. So I think that Liverpool, compared to the adversary who's in 1st place for us, just not quite there.
I agree. I think City are just going to score a ton of goals. You know, they'll come up against the Liverpools, the Spurs, the Chelseas. It'll be able to hold them in check a little bit. But everybody outside of that top 6, they're going to put 3, 4, 5 goals past them.
They were 3rd most errors leading to shots in the Premier League last season, comparable to a Norwich side. Not where you want to be. They signed Nathan Ake. I think they're going to sign Kalidou Koulibaly. That's going to do wonders to improve your blunders that you have from a Nicolas Otamendi or a Fernandinho out of position. So I think that City will make an improvement, and Pep will get another Premier League title.
I do think it'll be a lot tighter, those top 3, maybe top 4, than it was last year. There's not going to be any club that's 20 points clear by the end of the year. I think it'll be a lot tighter finish overall. That'll do it for us for our top 6 predictions. Please let us know what you think. Give us some comments, likes. Always please do subscribe. We do appreciate that. And find us on the Twitter at The45. For Jack, I'm Connor. This has been The 45. Take care now.